about to go out for his first game. He was full, from head to toe. He's dressed in the silver and the full uniform and everything. And he walked out on the field and he figured, this is the pinnacle of my life. Playing for the Oakland Raiders, I'm in the NFL. This is my goal. When I was a kid, this was my goal to play in the NFL. When he was a kid, he had asthma, all these other problems, saying you could never play sports, and he made it here. And he said that when he walked out on the field, he didn't feel fulfilled when he got out there. He said, there's nothing better than you being in the NFL. This is what I wanted my whole life. And he got out there and he just felt empty. I was kind of shocked. I was like, if I made it to the NFL, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's going to be awesome. And that's what he thought. And he got out there on the field and he didn't feel anything. Like he was happy, but he didn't feel satisfied. He didn't know what it was, but
his life was fulfilled.
It didn't feel like he wasn't satisfied with what he'd gotten, and he didn't know what it was. Like he would search, and he thought, he's like, why am I not satisfied with this? And he got home and he started to pray, and he figured, and God spoke to him that night, and he decided that that whatever God wanted him to do, that's what he was going to do. He fell on his knees, he said, and he cried out and he prayed, and God told him that you didn't follow what I wanted you to do, and you didn't find purpose through me. You just relied on yourself. And he got to where his goal, what he wanted to do, and then that was it. And he didn't feel absolutely fulfilled in it. And from that moment on, he devoted himself to doing what God decided to do. And that was the first day. He was saying, you're not going to find satisfaction through anything but God. You're not going to, no matter if you become the President of the United States, if you become an astronaut, or you find your dream, you're not going to feel fulfilled until you do absolutely what God wants you to do, and you don't devote yourself to God completely. And that was the end of the first day. And I learned that I can do whatever I want. I can find my dream is to make a company with my brothers and my friends. And even if I got to that, I'm not going to feel fulfilled with it, because at this point I had not devoted myself to what God wanted me to do. To be completely honest with you guys, I was kind of doing what I wanted to do, and I was trying to do what I felt like I would have a good time doing. And so the first day was pretty big, because it told me that no matter what I do, I need to make sure I'm doing what God wants me to do first. So second day, we have practice, and the devotional that morning we had a speaker from a chapel here in Tyler, and he taught me a very important lesson that I've been struggling with, and that whenever something hard came up, I was like, oh great, here we go, practice, and it's going to be 3 hours long. He told everybody he's talking about is that God wants us to find joy in our trials. And I was like, joy in our trials? I mean, how are you supposed to find, how are you supposed to be happy about doing something that's like so hard? And I was like, and I thought about it, I was like, what if I'm supposed to play against Dallas Cowboys defensive lineman as a high school player? How am I supposed to find joy in that? I'm about to get, absolutely beaten to a pulp.
Yeah.
And I kind of sat there and I sat on the word. I was just like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I started thinking about it. What does that mean? Find joy in our trials. And I started to pray about it. And I got an answer. It was, you may playing against that Dallas Cowboy lineman, I may be creamed to the point of, getting beaten to a pulp, but I'm going to learn things from it. I'm going to get better from it. And you can't approach any challenge being, oh man, it's going to be hard. Oh wow, oh boo-hoo. Sad. I'm just sad about it. And of course you're not going to get anything from it. And I need to go up and I need to be happy about the things that I'm about to do. Like if I'm gonna go, run for 2 miles. I mean, it's like I'm gonna run 2 miles. I'm gonna try as hard as I can, no matter what. I need to be happy about it. And I need to find joy, and then I'm gonna make myself better and be a better person for what I'm gonna do. have first practice, and our speaker we had for the practice was Coach Hub, our offensive lineman coach, and he talked about rising up.